Hi friendly neighbors, welcome to our writing lesson for day 2 this week. Today is Tuesday, March 24th, and we are writing letters. So do you remember in the video yesterday how we learned about the 3 major parts of a letter? What are those 3 parts? You're right, we start with the greeting, then we have the body of the letter, and then we have the closing of the letter. So today we're going to write a letter together. And we are going to see, you're going to see how to make sure you have all those parts in the letter, but also how to make sure your letter is really well written and has all the parts of good writing that we know about. Good punctuation, good capitals, it makes sense, you've got complete sentences. And there's some other tricky things about writing a letter that I'm going to show you. So stay tuned, and I'm going to turn my camera to be on our big notebook. So right here in the top right corner, I have written the date, because the date is an important part of the letter too. The person needs to know when you wrote your letter. So I put the date, which is 3.24.20, or I could write out March 24th, 2020, but I just put it this way. Then we're going to skip a line and we're going to go down and we're going to start with dear, because that's part of our greeting or our opening. Dear, and who should we write our letter to? Maybe let's write it to Mr. Hodson. Dear Mr. Hodson. So after I've put my greeting, what do I need to put after Mr. Hodson? Does anyone know? Yeah, I need to put a comma. You need to have a comma right there. So, dear Mr. Hodson. Now, when I'm starting to write my letter, my first line, I have to do what we call an indent. And I need to indent my letter right here to underneath the A in dear. That's where I need to start my letter. So, dear Mr. Hodson, I'm going to start by writing, I hope you are having a fun break from school. Should I write that? And I'm starting here under the A. I hope you, and we can do a conjunction here with U and R. I'm going to do U apostrophe R-E. I hope you're having and then for my second line, I start all the way over here to on the left side. I hope you're having a fun break from school. Now, should I ask him a question? Should I say, what are you doing with your free time? So we're back over here. What Okay, and because I asked a question, I'm going to end with a question mark. So what are you doing with your free time? Now, I should probably tell him something that I'm doing. So I'm going to say, I have loved doing school at home. Comma, but I really miss seeing my students every day. Okay, do we think that's a pretty good letter? I think so. It's 3 sentences long. I'd say that's a pretty good letter. It's kind of short, but that's okay. So I said, "Dear Mr. Hodson, I hope you're having a fun break from school. What are you doing with your free time? I have loved doing school at home, but I really miss seeing my students every day." How should I close my letter? Should I could say, "Sincerely, Miss Haney," or I could say, "From Miss Haney," or "Love, Miss Haney," but probably not. I think I'm going to end it with, "Your friend, Miss Haney." Okay, so now when I do the closing, I'm going to line it up with the dear, and I'm going to write, and I'm going to skip a line right here, and I'm going to end with "your friend," and I need to put a comma, and on the next line I'm going to write "Miss Haney." And there's our letter. So what are the 3 parts of a letter again? The greeting, the body, the closing. All right. Now your job is I'm going to put a new letter on our website. And that new letter is going to have some mistakes. Your job is to fix the mistakes in my letter. So if something is spelled wrong, you need to fix that. If there are no capitals, you need to fix that. If the punctuation is wrong, you need to fix that. And if I'm forgetting the greeting, the body, or the closing, or some other important part of a letter, you have to be the one to fix it. Do you think you can do it? I think you can. So you can either make those changes on the computer, on Seesaw, or you can print out the paper and make the changes and then send me a picture on Seesaw. Okay? I'm excited to see what you come up with.